And the lockdown to 4.0 ends tomorrow. The COVID-19 task force has submitted its recommendations to the Health Ministry for a staggered exit from lockdown 4.0. Task force has recommended to lift all other lockdown curbs excepting the schools, colleges, movie halls and religious places. Task force has emphasized on scaling up of containment measures in the worst hit districts. India Today has accessed exclusive details of lockdown 5.0. Several states have called for continuation of lockdown but want more relaxations and resumption of economic activities. Sources told India Today that Delhi has asked for phased resumption of metro services and sought opening up of malls, gyms with restrictions. Karnataka, on the other hand, wants opening up of religious places as well. States like Goa have called for extension of lockdown till 15th of June but has asked for relaxation for restaurants and gyms. And the big political face-off, Mamata versus centre again. And this time, migrant trains is the latest flashpoint. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has lashed out at the centre, said that on one hand, the centre has imposed lockdown. On the other hand, railways continue to break it. Chief Minister said that villagers in her state are scared due to Shramik express trains and have named Corona Express. Not only this, when asked about the lockdown extension post 3rd of May, Mamata said that Home Minister Amit Shah has not reached out to her as yet. This is coming in amidst a slew of relaxations announced by the Bengal government. From 1st of June, places of worship will be allowed to open. Only 10 people will be allowed to assemble. Mamata, while announcing this, said that when thousands can fly in trains, then religious places can open up too. The Bengal government has also announced public and private sector employees to join work from 8th of June.
বাইরের ভাই বোনেরা আসছে, আমি খুব খুশি, আমার তাতে কোনো আপত্তি নেই। আমরা নিজেরাই প্ল্যান করে নিয়ে আসছি। 235টা ট্রেনের টাকা আমরা নিজেরাই দিচ্ছি, সরকার দিচ্ছে। কিন্তু আপনারা আমাকে বলুন তো, একটা ট্রেনে যখন শ্রমিক ভাই বোনেরা আসছে, একটা সিটে কেন 3-4 জন আসবে? একটা সিটের ক্যাপাসিটি বা একটা ট্রেনে যা ক্যাপাসিটি, গাদা গাদা লোক একসাথে ঢুকিয়ে 48 ঘন্টা যদি এক গাদা লোক একটা জায়গায় ঢোকানো থাকে, বদ্ধ ঘরের মধ্যে, তাদের মধ্যে করোনা কিভাবে বাড়ছে? আর তারা আসছে কোথা থেকে? যেখানে কোনো ট্রিটমেন্টও পায়নি, হটস্পট থেকে। লকডাউন ডিক্লেয়ার করে দিলেন, একদিনে গাদা গাদা ট্রেন এক জায়গা থেকে আরেক জায়গায় উঠিয়ে দিচ্ছেন। এখন কি এমন কি আপনারা যে যতগুলো ক্যাপাসিটি আছে তার ডাবল ক্যাপাসিটি দেখে পাচ্ছেন, ঢুকিয়ে দিচ্ছেন। লোকগুলোকে না দিচ্ছেন একটু জল, না দিচ্ছেন একটু খাবার। সেই লোকগুলো না খেতে খেতে এসে ট্রেনেও অনেক সময় মারা যাচ্ছে। মা পড়ে আছে মৃত স্টেশনে, বাচ্চা ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে। আমার কথা হচ্ছে, আপনারা কেন এটা মানছেন না? তার মানে কি আপনারা শ্রমিক এক্সপ্রেসের নামে আপনারা কি করোনা এক্সপ্রেস করতে চান? আমি আইন কেন এক জায়গায় আর এক জায়গায় একরকম করবো? আপনারাই তো চালু করেছেন এটা। আমরা তো বাসে অর্ধেক লোক দিয়ে শুধু সিট ছাড়া করিনি এখনো। আপনারা যদি এটা করতে শুরু করেন, তাহলে আমি কিসের জন্য বলবো মন্দির বন্ধ রাখুন, মসজিদ বন্ধ রাখুন, গুরুদ্বারা বন্ধ রাখুন, গির্জা বন্ধ রাখুন? আমি অ্যাপিল করব মন্দির, মসজিদ, গুরুদ্বারা কাল থেকে খুলবে, কিন্তু অ্যাট এ টাইম 10 জনের বেশি ঢোকা যাবে না। অ্যাট এ টাইম 10 জনের, ওখানে ভেতরে কোনো বড় অনুষ্ঠান হবে না, জাস্ট দর্শন করতে পারবে।
And as India has set the record straight before the world on its border tensions with China, the United States Congressman Scott Perry, in an exclusive conversation with India Today, has gone ahead and said that U.S. respects India's stand on handling issues bilaterally. The lawmaker has said that United States will be there if India wants. The U.S. Congressman's comments are coming in after Defense Minister Rajnath Singh spoke to the U.S. Secretary of Defense Mark Esper. Sources told India Today that Rajnath made it absolutely clear that India had the mechanism to resolve issues with China as the two countries did in the past. This is coming in after US President Donald Trump claimed that he had spoken to Prime Minister Modi, who according to him was not in a good mood because of China. However, the government sources have refuted Trump's claim that any conversation between him and Prime Minister actually took place. India-China border face-off still continues in Ladakh, and there are just no signs of de-escalation at this point as the tensions continue to simmer. US President Donald Trump today bowled another googly. After offering to mediate, Trump now claims that he spoke to Prime Minister Modi about the standoff and that the Prime Minister was not in a good mood about the current border situation. But sources in the government have informed India today that there was no conversation as such that took place. Here's a look.
But I can tell you, I did speak to Prime Minister Modi. He's not in a good mood about what's going on with China.
I did speak to Prime Minister Modi. He's not in a good mood about what's going on with China. Words don't get more precise than that, except when you're on the slippery slope of Mount Donald. The world's most powerful man has just openly claimed to have had a conversation with India's Prime Minister, a conversation that didn't actually happen. Baffled by the claim, the Indian government has categorically denied that such a chat even took place, pointing out that the last conversation between the two leaders was on April the 4th on the issue of hydroxychloroquine consignments.
But I can tell you, I did speak to Prime Minister Modi. He's not in a good mood about what's going on with China.
Worse, the US president has commented on Prime Minister Modi's state of mind, claiming that he isn't in a good mood. But how does he know this if no conversation actually happened? The imaginary chat between the two leaders comes 48 hours after President Trump issued a signature bolt from the blue, offering to mediate or arbitrate between India and China over their quote-unquote raging border dispute. Well aware of Trump's tempestuous Twitter politics, the Indian government has already politely declined the offer.
If they thought it would help if I were the mediator or the arbiter, I would do that.
Our troops have taken a very responsible approach towards border management and strictly follow the procedures laid out in various bilateral agreements and protocols with China to resolve any issue that may arise in the border areas.
The offer for mediation from Trump may have come out of nowhere, but it was still familiar. In September last year, remember, a month after the abrogation of Article 370, Trump jumped into the issue, offering to arbitrate between India and Pakistan over the issue of Kashmir, claiming he was great at it.
And if at any time they say, you know, we have some points that we think we can maybe iron out, I think I'd be an extremely good arbitrator. I've done it before, believe it or not, and I've never failed as an arbitrator. I've been asked to arbitrate disputes, pretty big ones from friends.
Last year it was India-Pakistan, this year it's India-China. But the latest phantom conversation and claims on Modi's mood aside, Trump as always has shining words for the Indian PM, reflecting a genuine fondness.
I like Modi. I like your Prime Minister a lot. He's a great gentleman.
What's clear is that the India-China standoff is among the top world issues on Trump's table. And while he wages his own war with China, India's Ladakh standoff enters its 25th day. Bureau Report, India Today.
China stands accused of digging trenches and making bunkers, trying to alter the status quo at the line of actual control in Ladakh. But maps dating back to 1893 and 1907 completely exposed the dragon's tactics of creeping forward and illegally occupying the Indian territory. My colleague Gaurav Sawant with this India Today exclusive report.
In the first week of May, Indian and Chinese troops faced off at multiple points along the line of actual control in Ladakh, with Indian troops preventing the Chinese army from moving forward and unilaterally changing the status quo at the LAC. Maps accessed exclusively by India Today completely exposed the Chinese design of creeping forward and changing the LAC, a tactic adopted by China since the 1950s. Take for example this revenue map of Ladakh Tehsil, prepared at the time of revenue settlement in 1909. This map clearly shows Aksai Chin as part of India.
In the same period, a Ladakhi by the name of Ghulam Rasool Galwan had carried out the survey of this area. That's how this valley is known as Galwan Valley. And two more British surveyors had surveyed it, McCartney, MacDonald and Hades Sivan, who had again mapped the area indicating that Aksai-Chin belonged to India since that time.
The Chinese illegally occupied Aksai-Chin in the 1950s. China's own map of 1919, published by the then government of China, is Peking. The boundary shown in this map approximates closely to the traditional Indian alignment.
These three maps which you have acquired, they are indicative of the aspect that area of Aksai-Chin and even this area within that, inclusive of Galwan, Changchenbo, Depsang, Daulat Beg Oldie, they are area which has been by history, agreement, custom and usage been with the India from the border perspective.
Before the outbreak of hostilities between India and China, New Delhi is understood to have shared details of these maps with China. These maps also show Galwan River Valley, Depsang, Daulat Beg Oldie areas as part of India. China is slowly creeping forward, trying to alter the line of actual control and occupy commanding heights. With India pushing to develop infrastructure along the LAC, the forces are not only resisting the dragon, but pushing for restoration of the LAC.
These historical maps accessed exclusively by India today very clearly show Aksai-Chin, Depsang, Galwan Valley, Pengong So, Daulat Beg Oldie, all the areas that China disputes today are actually a part of India and have always been a part of India. How emphatically is India able to put that point across still remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The weaker a country is, the more aggressive China becomes. The stronger a country pushes back, the more pragmatic is China's approach. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Delhi, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
And a year after B.S. Yediyurappa took oath as the Karnataka Chief Minister, political instability has hit the state yet again. Sources say a rebellion is now brewing with the BJP MLAs against the Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa. The Nataka in Karnataka just does not stop. Sources tell India Today that around 25 MLAs met and expressed discontentment over government functioning and cabinet reshuffle. Sources also say that rebellion is largely being led by MLAs from the North Karnataka. And inside details have revealed that the MLAs are also miffed about the lack of communication between chief ministers and the MLAs during COVID crisis. Meanwhile, you've got top party high command sources that say that a decision against B.S. Yediyurappa is highly unlikely and that all the rebel MLAs have been asked to call off the rebellion. Let's get you all the details from Maharashtra now. That remains to be the worst impacted with the coronavirus crisis. There's no end to the coronavirus menace in Maharashtra. The state has registered its highest death tally in a day with 116 fatalities. Out of these, 38 deaths were reported in Mumbai itself. As of now, the total death tally in Maharashtra stands at a whopping 2,098. Also, the state reported 2,682 cases in the past 24 hours itself, with the total tally crossing the 62,000 mark. India's financial capital reported 1,447 cases in a single day alone. With just a day left for lockdown 4.0, the Uddhav Thackeray government now faces a colossal challenge to contain the coronavirus spread. Meanwhile, 2 Kerala doctors have already flown down to Mumbai to help set up a 600-bed COVID hospital in maximum city, Mumbai. On to the national capital now. Updates from Delhi as far as coronavirus is concerned. With each passing day, COVID curve for the national capital is only getting steeper. Delhi has now recorded its biggest spike in COVID cases, with 1,106 cases being recorded in 24 hours itself. The Delhi government is now changing its strategy and altering its contamination and isolation plan. Here's a report.
Just a day after Delhi re-entered the list of top 3 states worst hit by COVID-19, the national capital recorded the biggest spike in the coronavirus cases. In the last 24 hours, 1,106 cases were reported, taking total to over 17,000 mark. As restrictions started easing, Delhi's COVID graph has only shown an upward trend.
कोविड के साथ अब जीना सीखना पड़ेगा अपने को। कोरोना जाने वाला नहीं है, कोरोना रहने वाला है, कोरोना फैलेगा। आज जितने ग्रीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं ना आपको, ये ग्रीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स भी धीरे धीरे रेड हो जाएंगे। कोरोना के साथ जीना सीखना पड़ेगा।
To live with the virus, the Arvind Kejriwal government is now tweaking its strategy. Top sources say that the Delhi government has readied a new plan on contamination and isolation to fight that existing challenge. The government now plans to focus more on home isolation facilities to reduce the burden on hospitals.
कोरोना के केस बढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. कई बार पैनिक कॉल्स आती हैं बहुत ज़्यादा कि साहब कोरोना हो गया है, अब हॉस्पिटल भिजवाइए. बिल्कुल आपको जरूरत नहीं है, आप घर में रह के भी ठीक हो सकते हैं. 80 से 90% लोग घर में बैठ के, घर में रह के आइसोलेशन में ठीक हो रहे हैं.
Earlier this week, to increase the number of hospital beds, the state government issued an order asking 117 private hospitals to reserve 20% beds for COVID patients. The Delhi government says that out of 8,470 active cases, only 2,196 patients are admitted to the hospital, and almost double, 4,227 patients are in home isolation.
The policy of containment zone has also been tweaked. Instead of an entire neighborhood, now a particular house will be called the containment zone. Delhi so far has 100 containment zone. The way forward is pinpoint, isolate and contain the infection. Ankit Tyagi, New Delhi, India Today.
India Today boards the Shramik special train, first channel to bring you a reality check on the provisions provided for the migrants in the train. My colleague Ashutosh Mishra tracks the journey of the migrants from Ludhiana to Motihari. As a special report that's coming.
India's largest ever internal evacuation drive. Nearly 3,300 Shramik special trains, ferrying over 45 lakh migrants and counting. India Today, the first channel to board Shramik special train, did a reality check on safety and amenities for passengers. Our journey began at Bihar's Betia railway station. Where a train from Ludhiana carrying migrant labourers is yet to arrive.
These are the help desk for the registration set up by the district administration. Right after upon their arrival, that's the health team officials. They will be screening all these commuters, those who are arriving, and then after providing food packets and water bottle, they will be taken to the respective blocks for the quarantine period.
हम लोग की कोशिश है कि हमारे जो प्रवासी हैं उन्हें कोई तरह की दिक्कत ना हो, और हमने सारा चीज़ का ध्यान रखा है. हमने बाहर में टेंट भी लगा रखा है और टेंट लगा करके शेड भी दिया है. खाना की व्यवस्था आपने कहा, खाना है, पानी है.
Soon the train chugs in and passengers start getting down. They are made to stand on circled spots to maintain distancing.
First, they are being registered, being offered sanitizer, and then after the medical screening, there will be thermal screening of these migrants. Of course, following the protocol, those who are the symptomatic will be taken to the medical care, and those who are asymptomatic will be taken for the quarantine period by the administration.
The train then takes us to Motihari in 45 minutes. The labourers reveal they were provided with meals and water during the journey.
खाना पीना दो जगह मिला था. एक तो पंजाब में ही खाना दे के भेजा था, एक जगह बरेली में दिया था खाना, तो बाकी यहाँ पे मिला बिस्कुट और कुरकुरे का पैकेट और सर पानी मिला था.
In another compartment, we find two labourers sleeping on the floor since berths are occupied.
जगह नहीं मिली.
जगह नहीं मिली.
कहाँ से आ रहे हैं?
लुधियाना से आ रहे हैं.
ऐसे ही सोते हुए ही?
हाँ, बैठकर सोकर.
The immediate worry is loss of livelihood and bleak future.
तो फिर तसला फावला चला लेंगे?
जी जी करेंगे, करेंगे.
पहले किया है?
जी, नाम भी है हम लोग का. जी.
हमको खाने की व्यवस्था भी करेगी सरकार, पैसा देगी, खाने की व्यवस्था करेगी, तब ना हम बाहर नहीं जाएंगे. फिर अपने घर में सेफ्टी से रहेंगे. बच्चे बच्चे इन लोग को कहाँ से खिलाएंगे अगर सरकार हमको मदद नहीं करेगी तो.
Hopes of these migrants are now pinned on relaxation of lockdown and resumption of economic activities. On board Shramik train with Ashutosh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Welcome back. US President Donald Trump has now announced the termination of his country's relationship with the World Health Organization. Trump has accused the World Health Organization of covering up the coronavirus on behest of China and announced to divert the funds to other global public health organizations. He's accused the UN health body of failing to hold China to account over the coronavirus spread. The US President also blasted China and announced a series of decisions against the rival nation. Trump reiterated that China's cover-up of the COVID outbreak allowed the disease to spread all over the world, which cost lakhs of lives worldwide. The US President has said that the world needs answers from China on the virus, which it claims was not prevented by the Chinese regime from spreading to other parts of the world from its original epicenter, Wuhan.
China has total control over the World Health Organization, despite only paying $40 million per year, compared to what the United States has been paying, which is approximately $450 million a year. We have detailed the reforms that it must make and engage with them directly, but they have refused to act. Because they have failed to make the requested and greatly needed reforms, we will be today terminating our relationship with the World Health Organization and redirecting those funds to other worldwide and deserving urgent global public health needs.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.